Cooking with Tyra, episode 1.
You are watching Cooking with Tyra, and in today's episode, you'll be learning how to make caramel surprise. It's one of my most famous dishes. If you consider yourself a mediocre chef, then you should stick to boxes, bags, and Chef Boyardee. If you're an expert chef with 50 years of training like I have, then let's get started. Now, if you thought this was a dessert, you're totally wrong. It's a sandwich. Now let's start with the ingredients. First of all, you will need 2 slices of famously white bread. Next, you will need surprise. And finally, you will need caramel sauce. With all of these ingredients, you will be able to be successful like me. Firstly, you will need to open the caramel sauce. Now, what do you spread it with? Only the best of utensils. A fork. So what you need to do, get some caramel sauce on the fork, take your piece of bread, and there is a specific way to spread this on. Oh, you might think maybe you could just go like this. No, you have to play it like an instrument. So, as long as you have a smooth motion with it, it will come out very good. Hurry up, replace it. Okay, so it looks like this. Now that you have your caramel sauce on one slice of the bread, you will need to open up your surprise. I will not show you how to make the surprise because it's secret. Now, you will just need to wipe off your spoon, sanitize it, and put it in surprise. Okay, now we will put some surprise onto our other piece of bread, like so. And please note that this is my #1 recipe, and nobody else can copy it. So if you want the recipe, you will have to pay me $5,000 cash. So, keep spreading. Don't spread too hard, otherwise you'll end up with holes, like I did. But that's good because it adds to the modern art of making sandwiches. So now that you have both of your ingredients on your pieces of bread, you will need to put the lids back on both of them to avoid contamination and food poisoning. This is by far the hardest step you will ever come across in your whole entire culinary career. Now, if you do this slowly but surely, you will get a perfect sandwich. If you don't, the world will end. So let's do it! Look at that perfectness. That is the only doing of Chef Tyra. Now that we have our awesomely made sandwich, we are ready to proceed to the final step. To complete the fanciness of your already fancy bread sandwich concoction, everybody knows you need to light it on fire. So first of all, before you use fire instruments, you will need to contact your local physician and make sure you are capable of lighting a sandwich on fire. I'll just wait here until you come back. Now, for safety precautions, make sure to keep some water around, just so you don't light your house on fire. Now we will cut this in half. As you can see, this fork is razor sharp, so be very careful while you are handling this. Now that we have our half, we can set the other half aside. Now we are ready to light it on fire. Make sure you don't use a paper plate in this process because it might light the paper plate on fire. Now we will proceed to lighting my famous caramel surprise. You really want to burn the edges. There you go. You've successfully burned the edges, and now you have a yummy, superlicious little sandwich to eat. And you have some water too, since it didn't catch on fire. Now I will try my delicious concoction. Mmm. If you had any trouble completing this recipe, I understand. When in doubt, just light it on fire. It's always good that way. Toodaloo! Oh, and I almost forgot. Never submerge your sandwich in water, otherwise you'll get electrocuted.